What is your American dream?
My American dream right now is for equality, especially for black women in America. Flint, Michigan hasn't had water in 4 years, and that should be something that is focused on now.
My American dream is getting out of student debt and making sure that no generation has to endure this crippling debt like the millennials have. I'm tired of it. I want to be able to own a home. That's my American dream.
I want to live in a place where everybody's equal. That's it. That's the promise of this country, is that we could all be equal, that nobody is above anybody else. That's my American dream.
The American dream is the everyone, regardless the race, the religion, the ideology, we can sit at the same tables and have the same opportunity to say, I'm a free man, I'm in the free world, and we have we deserve a better opportunity.
My American dream is to complete my education, meet as many people from as many different backgrounds as I can, and to eventually go back home and bring that knowledge to my small country and make people feel like they're mobile and they're able to do whatever they want, wherever they want, with no restrictions.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Well, Spar and Bernstein has been nothing but great to me throughout my trials. I mean, it's 5 years into this car accident, and they never gave up on me, never. And in everything, they fought for me, and I am so proud to tell everyone, don't even wink for a moment. It's you, Spar and Bernstein. My lawyer here, Mr. Barack, has been a cage animal. He wanted to go on trial, but thank God we settled out of court, and it was something that I'm very, very happy about. So everyone, I'm telling you, I'm not just making stories up. You have to use this law firm. Spar and Bernstein is the best, worldwide best.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The outcome of your divorce can affect you for the rest of your life. If you don't have the right attorney, you could literally be paid through the nose forever.
That's right, Brad. For example, did you know that half the money you put into your retirement during your marriage is up for grabs in your divorce? So a disagreement as to when your marriage exactly ended could cost you thousands of dollars from your hard-earned retirement fund. And let's say you bought a house together. Factors like who's paying the bills, who paid the down payment, and whether you're receiving rental income can all affect your settlement in huge ways.
If you're having family law issues, if you're having matrimonial issues, you need attorneys who are going to fight hard for you. Call the matrimonial department, the family law department here at the law offices of Spar and Bernstein.
This is an attorney advertisement. Prior results do not guarantee similar outcomes.
I am David Annakie. I can do it.
You can.
It's Monday morning. I'm here. I can do it. It's a great weekend it was. Got a lot of rest. Cleared my mind. I'm ready to rock and roll.
That was amazing. You were just on the phone with the plumber, fixing the sink, and then like 2 seconds before the show goes on, gotta go, bye. And then he goes, hey, I'm David Squeeze Annakie.
See, nobody calls me.
Was that the plumber?
No, it wasn't the plumber. It was the Verizon technician.
I knew it was somebody coming to fix something.
Yeah.
They're funny. Did you watch the Grammys last night? I was very surprised you weren't there. Very surprised.
Because you didn't see me on stage?
Yeah.
That means I wasn't there?
You said, I don't know, were you there? Were you not there?
Said nosebleed
there was
section
no pictures on Instagram, so I was very shocked to see you not there.
You haven't seen any pictures on Instagram in a while.
That is correct. What happened?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. What has changed in a week?
What has changed in a week?
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, maybe. Oh, I'm not your friend on Instagram anymore. Maybe you blocked me. That's why. Well, if you were at the Grammys, you saw.
By the way, let me introduce the show professionally. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Brad and Squeeze Show, which never gets introduced. Brad jumps right into it. This is the Brad and Squeeze Show. You can catch us on Facebook Live at the Brad and Squeeze page. You can share with all of your friends and everyone. Make sure you share in your timeline first. And of course, we're on 93.5 WVIP FM for now. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you can
Squeeze.
Yes, Mr.
Natalie
Bernstein.
McLean on Facebook says, "Hey Squeeze, welcome back to the #1 show."
Thank you so much, Natalie.
Natalie missed you on Friday.
Thank you so much, Natalie.
Yes, and for everybody out there, as Squeeze was saying, we are moving, Squeeze. The moving men have packed up the truck, and we are moving as of Thursday, February 1st. We will be live 5:30 to 7:30 every evening, one show a day. So please mark your calendar. Please mark it on your hand.
I'm not
write it
moving
on. Write it on your hand.
I'm moving. Well, I'm moving and I'm not moving.
You are moving, but not moving.
Yeah.
You're coming along, kicking and screaming.
I'm moving and not moving.
Squeeze
So
is
it's both.
the rest of the show is moving. Squeeze is coming along, kicking and
You
screaming.
can still tune in at 9 a.m., ladies and gentlemen, and also at 12 noon.
Yes, you just won't hear the
93.5.
you won't hear the Brad and
Sun
Squeeze
will
show.
rise tomorrow.
Right, you won't hear the Brad and Squeeze show. But if you want to hear the Brad and Squeeze show, which is what we are doing right now, Mr.
Right.
Squeeze, you have to tune in 5:30 to 7:30 every evening.
Starting on the 1st.
Starting on the 1st.
Right, which happens to be Thursday.
Correct.
Okay, what a day to start.
Correct. Yeah, Denisha John, we all miss Squeeze.
You know, I'm so happy that someone loves me.
No, it says we all miss Squeeze. Not I miss Squeeze. We all miss Squeeze. Squeeze likes to go around and say nobody loves him, yet everybody sits there and loves him. Every day, Squeeze misses a show. He comes back and he goes, nobody missed me. And then everyone goes, oh, we miss you, Squeeze. We miss you, Squeeze. Oh, Squeeze, we're right. And then he just eats it up and says, nobody loves me. But meanwhile, everybody's sitting there going, we miss you, Squeeze. Don't do it again, Squeeze. Squeeze, please come back, Squeeze. Move with the show, Squeeze. Squeeze, you can't do it without you, Squeeze. Meanwhile, Bruno Mars, Squeeze. Meanwhile, why are you such an angry person this morning? You seem angry.
No, I'm not angry.
You angry?
I
are you
started a show-
angry that Louis Fonz didn't win Record of the Year like he should have? Does that make you angry?
No.
Because he performed at Club Fiction, right? You
yeah.
wanted the Song of the Year at Club Fiction. Didn't happen.
Honestly, I believe Bruno Mars deserved it.
I don't.
Why?
I like Bruno Mars. I think it's a very good song. Okay? I have nothing against Bruno Mars, to tell you the truth, and I actually like listening to him.
Right.
But if you're asking me who is the Song of the Year, what song was running through everybody's head all year other than Despacito? That's the Song of the Year. If it's running through the entire world's heads, right? Bruno Mars song may have been running through some people's heads, but Despacito was running through everybody's head. So I think
Yeah, but that's like saying, you know, the number one genre of music in America is hip hop or pop. It's not.
What is it?
You don't know what the number one genre of music in America is?
No, what?
It's
pop.
No, it's country music.
Country music
is the number one music in America. It's not the strongest genre of music.
Grammys is worldwide. It's not United States. I think Despacito was the most watched video of all time on YouTube.
It was.
How is it not Song of the Year if it's the most watched video of all time?
That's different.
Yeah.
Most watched video and Song of the Year, two different things.
See what Jay-Z said about Trump?
What did he say?
You saw what he said.
But
don't make.
You just asked me, and I'm asking you.
You said you should say yes. I did say.
No. What did he say?
But you know, so then I don't have to tell you. What did he say? He said it's disappointing, it's hurtful, everyone feels anger, but you know, he's talking about the S-hole word.
Right.
Right? And he called Trump out on it and said, you know, that this is the leader of the free world speaking like this. And it's hurtful because he's looking down on whole populations of people and he's so misinformed. And I'm not going to quote the whole thing, but, you know, something, I'm actually quoting part of what he said. And Trump, you know, in Trump mode fires back. And he says, he doesn't say anything about, he said S-hole comment, he didn't say it. I'm so terribly sorry to half the world for insulting. What he said was, well, I don't know what Jay-Z's talking about because black unemployment is at a record low thanks to Donald Trump. And Jay-Z shot back. He shot back because Jay-Z don't, you know, take that, right? He sat back and he happens to be right. He said, it's not about money at the end of the day. Money does not equate to happiness. You're missing the whole point. You have to treat people like human beings. And that was perfect. And then Jill, because she's brilliant, she went out and researched. Did Donald, because we spoke about it this weekend, did Donald Trump actually affect black unemployment? Because I was talking to Jill over the weekend. I go, what exactly did Donald Trump do that he was that, black unemployment is at a record low. What was his policy? And apparently, Donald Trump had no policy. He just inherited something that was happening naturally, which is there are more minorities and blacks and Hispanics going to college. They are rising in the ranks in the American economy. And it started actually with Barack Obama. Perhaps we can go and look at Barack Obama's policies, because in 2010, black unemployment was 16.8%. In 2017, it was 7. When Barack Obama left office, it was at 7.8%, and it's continued down 1% under Donald Trump to 6.8%.
So are you trying to say black people have less jobs now?
No, I'm trying to say that black people are less unemployed than they were 8 years ago. So 16%.
Isn't that the same thing?
No. They're less unemployed.
Pull up back that graph again for me.
Less unemployed. The unemployment rate. So in other words, 16%. In other words, 16% of blacks who were looking for a job couldn't find a job in 2010. Yeah, put black. And now in 2017, no, that's not the graph.
That looks like Jay-Z.
That looks like Jay-Z. Yeah, we're having a little problems there in the.
I just want to see the graph that was up before.
Look at the graph. What are you suggesting that I'm saying?
Okay, block. Oh, okay.
You understand what I'm saying now?
I see what you're saying. Okay.
All right. Okay. So what am I saying?
Okay. No, I understand what. But
make sure that everybody else understands. Why don't you explain what we're seeing here? Maybe somebody on WVIP doesn't understand.
No. Basically, you're saying what Trump is saying is true. That's what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying.
That's what you're saying.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
You're saying that what Trump is saying, that the unemployment for black is at its lowest.
I am saying that. That is true.
But that's what Trump said.
I understand that, but it had nothing to do with him.
But that's what you're saying.
It has nothing to do with him.
You're validating what Trump says.
Oh, come on.
But it's the truth.
Yes, it's at the lowest, but it's not. If you read the whole entire graph, in 2010 it was at 16.8%. In 2000, so it had
you're saying Trump's statement is the truth. Are you saying Trump is a liar?
You know what?
Are you saying Trump is a liar?
I'm going to tell you something. You know what? Trump should tweet that Squeeze is an idiot. That's what Trump should tweet. Because, you know what I'm saying. Starting with me. All right. So the point is that unemployment for blacks was the highest in 2010. It was as a result, the graph shows it really was as a result of Barack Obama's policy, and Trump has kind of inherited that policy.
Well,
and it's gone down since Trump has taken office.
But
there's nothing that Trump can point to. There is nothing that Trump can point to that could actually show what he did to do it. All right. Squeeze. It's an immigration show, by the way.
Oh, really? It still is?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may call with your immigration questions right now. The number is 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. The show is powered and partnered, of course, with USA Credit Repair Inc.com. Don't forget to look up USA Credit Repair. And, of course, USA Credit Repair is the key to beautiful credit. So everyone out there with a bad credit score on the 700, make sure you make that link to USA Credit Repair Inc.com. With that said, are you done with the Grammys?
I am, but
what do you think about Shaggy and Sting and what's his face from England on the train?
The guy who's on the subway? Subway karaoke? Yeah. I will say this.
Yeah.
I feel ripped off a little bit, Squeeze.
Why?
I feel ripped off. First of all, you watch U2. Okay, U2 sings from the Statue of Liberty. They're talking about the Dreamers. They actually show the Statue of Liberty.
By the way, I saw it from the window.
Okay,
my window.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's cool.
Wow,
that's cool.
They're really out there doing it.
Yeah, that's cool. Because I looked out my window. I'm not as lucky as you. I don't see anything.
Telescope.
So, but I feel ripped off because they did the Statue of Liberty. They did the whole thing with the Dreamers, which was great. I'm glad that they brought it to their attention, and then they read off the poem from the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to myself, we did that already.
Yeah, but
we did that.
But you don't own the poem.
I don't own the poem, but we did it on the Brad and Squeeze show. So it's exactly what we did 2 weeks ago. So then.
So what's wrong with that?
Okay, wait, I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
So then I said, wait a second. We did that. They're doing our American Dream.
Okay.
They're ripping off the Brad and Squeeze show.
Uh-huh.
So then I see on Saturday Night Live this past weekend, I watched the end of Saturday Night Live, they're talking about the camels with the Botox. I go, we did that first also, camels with the Botox.
Okay.
Saturday Night Live ripping us off also. We were first with the camels with the Botox story, and then 3-4 days later, boom, Botox on Saturday Night Live. And then to end it all, who was the first person to have Shaggy in a car driving live on a show? Brad and Squeeze. Okay, and then they rip us off and they say, oh, we can't do carpool karaoke because Shaggy was already in the car being interviewed by Brad and Squeeze. The only thing we didn't do is have him sing. So they threw him in a subway instead. I feel completely ripped off.
I thought they did a good.
I thought it was actually funny. I thought it was actually funny when Shaggy said at the end, "Wasn't me."
They did a good performance.
Right? Wasn't me. Yeah, that's his performance. But no, at the end of the subway, he goes, "Wasn't me."
I wonder who came up with this train karaoke idea. Shaggy went,
"Yeah,
it wasn't me.
Wasn't me." So I feel a little ripped off there. By the way, I made a dinner reservation for you tonight. You just got to buy an airplane ticket.
Okay.
To Au Naturel, Squeeze. You and whoever you'd like to go with.
Are you done speaking about the Grammys?
Yes.
It's very sad, though.
What?
That you did not announce who the reggae Grammy Award winner is.
Who was the reggae?
You don't know?
I missed the first part of the...
A show that has such strong prevalence of reggae
that. Who won?
and the
who won?
foundation.
Because I missed the first part of it.
You didn't look in to see who won?
Who?
Jesus, you didn't look into it?
Who?
Did anyone look into that?
Who?
Did you look into it?
Who?
Damian Marley.
I saw. I just
No, it didn't come on the TV.
It did.
No, it did not.
I saw you knew.
It did not come on the TV.
I know, but I know he won.
What, oh, really?
Yeah.
What's the name of his album?
I don't know, but I know he won.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's called Stony Hill.
Okay. Very good.
So he won his third Grammy.
All right, congratulations to him.
Stony Hill. Right. It's very interesting.
Why don't we ask people to share?
We did. We're going to ask them to share again.
We have a little graphic on how to do it.
Yeah. Oh, you do? All right, let's throw up that graphic and get that going. I think we both need shaves. See? I decided I'm not shaving this week, man. It's like I'm fasting. No shaving.
All right, let's go to, there's the graphic. There's the graphic on how to share Squeeze. Squeeze, can you explain what to do?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to make it very simple. You go to the Facebook page, and there's something that says share on it. Where it says share, you just got to just click on the share button, and it's self-explanatory. You can share to different pages, groups, your timelines, and your friends' timeline.
There it is.
It's that simple.
That's simple.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Jennifer in St. Thomas, Jamaica. Jennifer.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
My father, I'm all right.
What's going on?
My father filed for me. Yeah, my father filed for me in 2004. He was a citizen.
Right.
And he filed for me in 2004.
Right.
In 2015, I got a letter with my visa number, a welcome letter.
Great.
But then he died. He died in this same year he filed for me. He died.
Okay. So he died in 2004.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any family in the United States?
If I have any what?
Family in the United States.
Yes, I have brothers and sisters.
Okay.
My brother signed on the...
Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
My brother signed on the document with him. My brother signed on the document with him. Right? After we informed him of his death, I got a letter that my case was sent to Department of Homeland Security for withdrawal.
Okay, stop. All right, let me explain. All right, your father died, okay?
Yeah.
And after your father died, let me ask you a question. What happened first? The visa petition got approved and then your father died? Or did your father die and then the visa petition got approved? What happened first?
He died and then the petition got approved.
Okay, so
he signed it before he died.
All right, so unfortunately, because the visa petition was not approved at the time he died, that case can't be taken over by anybody else, which is why you're still struggling to come to America today. Only time the case can be taken over by somebody else is if either you were in the United States when he passed, and I assume you're not because you're calling me from Jamaica at this very moment, or the visa petition got approved and then he died while you were waiting for it on the visa waiting list. But in your particular case, unfortunately, he died and then the visa petition got approved, which is why you've been struggling for the last 17 15 years or 16 years to come to America. I wish in 2004 your brothers had filed for you, because had your brothers filed for you in 2004, you know where you'd be today? You'd be in New York or Miami or anywhere in the United States that you wanted with a green card. Has your brothers ever filed for you?
Yes, because after you reported the case.
One second. I just explained to you that that your father's case is done. So any explanation that you want to give me about well doesn't matter. That case is over with. So my next question to you is, did your brothers or sisters ever file for you?
Yes.
When did they file for you?
After.
When's after?
Pardon me?
When did they file for you?
The same time when...
In 2004?
No, 2015 when we informed them that my father passed.
So they waited a decade. They waited a decade to file for you, unfortunately. So because of that, you've got another decade of waiting. There's nothing you can do. Unfortunately, your brother should have filed for you back in 2004. You'd be here. I don't know what else to tell you at this point. Hold on, if you want to have a consultation. Maybe there's some other alternative, but based on what you've told me, your father's case is over with, unfortunately, and your brothers should have filed for you back in 2004 when your dad passed, not in 2015. You're on a long waiting list. Are there other options? I don't know. But if you want to have a consultation, you can. But that's basically where you stand right now, unfortunately. All right, so that's unfortunate. You know, got to file.
Yeah, got to file.
I mean, I don't know how many times we've screamed this out for 21 years, Squeeze. Get in the system. File. You know what's going to happen?
What?
Trump's going to change the law in 6 months. It's going to be no more family immigration. And people are going to say, I want to bring my brother here. I want to bring my daughter here. I want to bring my husband here. I want to bring my parent here. And I'm going to say, why haven't you been listening to me to file now before the laws change? I mean, everywhere you read, everywhere that I read at least, every human being, the advice is file now before the laws change. Squeeze, you could bring people to water, but you can't make them drink. Okay? It's the same thing with the sharing. We could ask them to share, but if they don't share, they don't share. We can tell them file, but if they don't file, what could I do? What can we do, Squeeze?
Well, listen. People are human beings, and they can do whatever the hell they want to do. They reserve that right.
Correct.
However, we will still keep informing you as to what we believe you should do, because I think we are true people, knowledge of certain things, professionals in certain area, and all of that. So, hey.
All right. Let's go to Marcia in Hyannisport, Massachusetts.
Oh, I just came back. Hello there. How are you?
Hi, good morning.
A pleasant good morning.
You just came back from Hyannisport, Massachusetts?
How is everything up there at Hyannis?
The weather is not bad. It's fine outside right now.
It's fine outside.
Okay.
You know, I think it's going to get a little worse maybe later, but for right now it's fine.
Okay. So what's going on, Marcia?
Okay, I think my sister tried to call you on my behalf, but I don't think she has all the information, so I'm going to pop it as fast as I can. Okay. Here I am. I'm not really a citizen right now. My process is in.
Okay.
So what happened, I did prints and everything, and I'm just waiting on my interview day. I have this son. He was living in the islands, and I take him over here for a vacation. He's a Dutch citizen. Then the hurricane came, and whatever disaster, me and my husband decided to file for this child. Okay, I called the immigration and I asked what could I do, because the child's 21 birthday was coming up. So what happened? They said I could go ahead and file for the child as long as the package get to them before
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long have you been married to your husband?
5 years.
Okay, all right. So as long as your husband filed an I-130 before your son was 21, he should be okay. Did that happen?
Okay. So here's my situation why I called you this morning. What happened? I sent in the stuff, the I-130, I-485, I-765. What happened when I went to buy the check at the post office?
Are you going to tell me that you screwed it up and then immigration returned the entire package to you, and by the time you returned it back, he was already over 21?
They sent it back for me three times because one of the time.
What's wrong with you? Your kid's turning 21. This is his entire life. And now you wait to call me after he's 21? He's on a waiting list now for 8 years.
Because the problem is they just send it back to me.
The problem is that you tried to do it on your own and you don't know what you're doing, and you took a risk you shouldn't have taken. I'm just being quite frank with you. A risk that you should not have taken because your kid was turning 21. You screw it up, you screw up your kid's life forever. And you screwed it up, whether right, maybe you didn't screw it up, maybe immigration screwed it up, but whatever it is, it wasn't done right. And you took the chance, you say, oh, I can do this myself, I can fill out the forms myself, and you filed it. Immigration looked at the application, they returned it to you, you said you did it 3 times, then you returned it a second time, they returned it again, said it's wrong. At what point is it going to go through your head saying, I don't know what I'm doing? Or maybe immigration doesn't know what they're doing. And then you send it in a 3rd time, and now your kid's 21 years old. And now you call me on a show and say, how can I help, Brad? Brad, how could you help me? The help was that you needed to have an application properly filed before he's 21. Now he's on a waiting list for 9 years, living here illegally. What was going through your mind? I'm being honest with you. That at one point did you say, my entire son's life is in jeopardy, literally in jeopardy. But I'm going to go do this myself. Keep doing it back. Just blows my mind, Marcia. Blows my mind. Hold on, you need a consultation. I don't know what we're going to do to help you. Just blows my mind. It's your kid's life. And I'm not yelling at her. I'm yelling at everybody because it's so frustrating, Squeeze. Hopefully we'll help her. Let's go to Elaine.
You just lambasted the hell out of the woman.
It's true. Elaine.
Hello.
Hi, Elaine.
Hi, Elaine. How are you?
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, good morning. I'm good.
What's going on?
I have a question I have a question.
Yeah.
I received a visa in Jamaica in 1999. But before that, I was denied twice. Somebody filled out the paper for me the 2 times I was denied. I have no idea what they put in the paper. If they put, because I was married since 1986, and I had 3 kids. I don't know what they put on the paper. Now I get in contact with the guy. He says he don't remember if he put on the name of my kids on the paper, or if he put that I was married on the paper. Now I put in my son is filing for me. Would they go back to the 2 denied visa?
Yes. Okay. So what you're basically saying is that you went to some guy somewhere in this world and he put in papers for you, and you don't know what the papers he put in, you don't know what you did, he never properly explained to you what he did, you just randomly signed a piece of paper to a random person and said, best of luck, go screw me up. And now you basically don't know what was submitted on those applications, and now your son wants to properly file for you, and you say, 1 second, let me finish, I'm just trying to understand, and you say, is this what I did, what this other guy did, going to screw me up? I don't know. We don't know what he submitted for you. So we don't know what he did. And the thing is this. The thing is this. If he submitted something that was not 100% truthful, immigration is going to say, you misrepresented yourself to the immigration service. You lied to the government. Now, you may never have lied to the government ever in your life. And you say, I didn't do anything wrong. I just went to some guy and I signed a piece of paper and he submitted it. But what they're going to say is, it doesn't matter. You signed your name. You told this guy to submit something. It wasn't truthful. That bars you for life from getting a green card.
Even if I was granted a visa after that in 1999?
Even if you were granted a visa after 1999, because guess what? Maybe the embassy, I'm just making a hypothetical. The answer is we don't know. I'm making a hypothetical, okay? Sometimes the U.S. Embassy, certainly in 1999, prior to September 11th, 2001, was not on top of their game as they are now. What I am saying is, if your son files for you, and you say, I'm just going to assume that whatever mishigas, you know what the word mishigas means, Squeeze?
No, I do not know.
Okay, it's a Jewish...
What does mishigas mean?
Mishigas, you know what it means. I've said this to you many, many times. Every time I ask you if you know something, you say no, and I know you know it.
I don't know what mishigas is.
You know what it means. Okay, Mishigas, okay, it's a Jewish word for craziness. Okay? So whatever craziness...
Oh, I really would know that.
Okay, whatever... Yes, you're Jamaican, Squeeze. That's what you claim, all right?
Yeah.
Trust me, Squeeze.
And
all right?
I'm 1% Jewish.
You are not 1% Jewish.
Exactly. My point.
If you spit into the thing and sent it to the DNA, you would come back 38% Jewish, okay? And yes, I am telling you, you would be 38% Jewish, and whatever the balance is, probably somewhere in Africa. Okay, that is my guess. Okay, so Mishigas is craziness. We're going back to Elaine right now. So we don't know what craziness that this guy submitted on your behalf, but it's not a smart thing. It's not a smart thing just to file something and hope that immigration doesn't know something that you did 20 years ago when they will. So what we do is this. Okay, this is what we do. Before your son files for you, what we do is, A, you should file an I-130, so at least you're in the system in case Donald Trump changes the laws. And number two, we should get a copy of your immigration records. It's called the Freedom of Information Act request. We ask immigration, send us a copy of everything you got on Elaine. They will send it to us. We will see all the Mishigas that this guy did, or...
all the Mishigas.
Maybe there was no craziness. Maybe he did nothing wrong, and I'll say everything is right. Or maybe you think he filed something, and he lied to you and nothing was ever filed because immigration has nothing on you. Okay, but what we don't want to do is file something, show up to an interview, and then the immigration officer says, tell me about this marriage that you did in 1996, and now you're claiming you've never been married. I'm just making up a hypothetical. And now you're caught in a lie. That's the problem. So we got to know ahead of time what's going on. You understand?
Okay.
Hold on one second. I'm scaring the hell out of everybody today, Squeeze.
No, you're just...
it's the truth.
You got to stop yelling at people.
I'm not yelling at people. I get excited. There's a big difference. As I just saw somebody just say, that's just Brad being Brad. That's his personality.
That is so right. Brad being Brad.
You want to find Anna?
1-800-529-5465 is the number to call. We're going to be going down to Miami to find Anna, our social media queen, and see what she has to read off from the Brad and Squeeze page today right here on the Brad and Squeeze show. All right? So let's see if we can check in with Anna in Florida. Anna.
Good morning.
Hello.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Good morning. It was nice catching up with you at the Grammys last night.
Oh, I was walking around with my white dress.
Yes.
All right, so what do we got on social media today, Anna?
So there's a little glitch through the... So I'm not sure if you guys can hear me.
We hear you're here. You're coming in and out at this moment.
Good morning, Brad. Good morning, Brad. Did you say that the orange man, meaning Trump, will pass a law where you won't be able to file for our family, including if his wife is a U.S. citizen?
I believe Donald Trump is wants to pass a law that says you cannot file for your adult children, you cannot file for your brothers and sisters, and we don't know what's going to happen with marriages. We don't know what you will be able to file for a U.S. citizen, but I don't know what additional requirements other than it's a bona fide marriage that Trump will put in there. Maybe Trump will say it's got to be it's a bona fide marriage plus you have to have a bachelor's degree or a master's degree. I don't know, because what he keeps saying is we want to keep out minorities. We want to keep out people from countries that are not Trump countries. Okay, so basically anybody who's not white, he wants to keep out. He's going to put a lot of roadblocks in front of a lot of people. That's going to mask what his true intentions are. His true intentions are to make America more European rather than diverse. But he can't come out and make a law that says, nobody's allowed to come from countries that I deem S-holes, that Trump deems S-holes. So he's going to put roadblocks. He knows that maybe people from certain countries have less availability of educational opportunities. So he's going to say, oh, you don't have this education, therefore we don't want you. Or maybe they'll say that certain people from certain countries have less availability for training for certain skills. Okay, not that they're not smart, it's just the training's not there. Oh, you don't have training for these skills? We don't want you, even though you're married to a U.S. citizen. So right now, the only requirement for marriage to a U.S. citizen is you're married to him or her. Take care of it now.
Nadia Lewis. I have a 2-year conditional green card. Can I file for my mother-in-law in Jamaica?
No, you cannot file for a mother-in-law even if you were a citizen. Only a natural child over the age of 21 can file for their parent, and they have to be a U.S. citizen to do it. So even if this woman becomes a U.S. citizen, she can't file for her mother-in-law.
Deschanel Perry. What form should a brother file for his sister who's in another country?
What?
What form should a brother
what forms
his
to file for the
sister who
sister
is
in another country? An I-130
Yes.
visa petition, and prove that you share the same mother and father, or at least the same mother or the same father. So birth certificates.
Mohammed Reed. I filed BAWA on October 2016. I have no answer from USCIS. How long should it take?
All right, so you know what all that means, Anna? Have you been doing this enough to know what that means, all those letters, or you want to take a guess? Or you don't want to take a guess yet? Anna's new to social media.
I don't want to take a
She doesn't
guess.
want to take a guess. All right, so what she did is she said a VAWA, which is a VAWA case, Violence Against Women's Act. So she filed an abuse case with USCIS, which is United States Citizenship Immigration Services. So basically she said, I filed an abuse case with immigration, haven't heard back. What should I do? Well, if it's been now more than 90 days you haven't heard, you should be calling us because that's a problem. You should have heard by now.
I wouldn't have filed a VAWA case if I were in that position by myself.
Of course not.
I would have used an attorney.
Of course not.
Anything that is of that nature, you definitely want to seek an attorney that is Spar and Bernstein. And that's the reason why I say to each and every one out there, make the call to 1-800-529-5465. I am the voice of reasoning. Brad is the voice of knowledge. I am the voice of reasoning. Anna is the voice of social media.
So somehow this works because of that.
Yes. Somehow it works. All right. So listen to Squeeze. All right. And hear Brad. And understand Anna. All right. Let's go. Listen, hear, and understand. All right.
All right. Continue.
Rafael Perez. 3 driving out license, 1 application conviction. Affect the green card process through marriage.
Driving without a license.
Assuming he has.
Yeah, okay. So, because Anna's coming in and out, so I got to repeat the question to make sure that I'm understanding the question. So, what she's asking is, if I've been arrested 3 different times for driving without a license, would that affect my green card application? It's possible because at some point driving without a license becomes a criminal issue, not just a motor vehicle infraction, and you have to be able to show good moral character. And when you go for an interview, the immigration officer may say, you're driving without a license 3 different times? Maybe you're not such a good person after all. So I'm not saying you're a bad person. Nobody's saying that. I'm just saying you need an attorney. It's definitely going to affect the case.
Okay. 1-800-LAW-LINK. Let's continue.
Hermaine Raymond. Good evening, Brad and Squeeze. How long does it take to get your green card after getting married?
If you're married to a U.S. citizen, you're here in the United States, about 9 months.
And that is the last question for now. Actually,
one more.
Regina Ad, if you were arrested twice, 1 case was dismissed and sealed. Seal 1. If there were no case, I filed for my citizenship. Will there be a problem? I got my green card in 2008. I'm waiting for my citizenship. And I'm asking for a friend who's
What
married
was the arrest
to
for?
a U.S. citizen.
What was the arrest for?
They were arrested twice. One of the cases were dismissed. It doesn't say why they were arrested.
I don't know.
But she wants to know they're going to have a problem.
Yeah, well, it's certainly not.
citizenship.
It's certainly not going to help your case being arrested twice. I've never seen a case where somebody got arrested twice, and I say, yeah, you know what? That really helps your case. Good for you. It's absolutely going to affect it. Will you get approved? Will you get denied? I need to see the dispositions. So, part of the question is, it's obvious, yes, being arrested is going to affect your case. To what level, we don't know. Anna, thank you very much. We're having a little audio problems there with you. Great job as always. We will see you at 12. And we're going to finish up with USA Credit Repair, Squeeze, the key to beautiful credit. And we have about 5 calls on our 1-800 line. So why don't you tell everybody about our partner at USA Credit Repair?
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been saying it for years that credit is king, not cash. A lot of people believe that cash is king, but no matter how much money you have in your pocket, you walk into a lot of institutions, they don't want your cash. They want your credit. They want your life. They want to understand everything about you. And how they do that is to check your credit scores, your FICO score specifically, more than Vantage score. All right? They want to know that your score is above 700. They want to know that you have not been late multiple times. They want to know that you don't have collections. They want to know that you don't have bankruptcy, judgments, tax liens.
Who's they?
All these financial institutions, the credit card companies, the bank, a gentleman.
So what happens if you do?
If you do, then that's a bad infraction, and you need to seek help from a licensed credit repair entity such as USA Credit Repair.
Like how bad? Let me ask you a question. Let's say I'm late on my credit card for 60 days. How many points is that going to bring me down?
I can't say exactly how many points because it can fluctuate.
Right.
But it could be as much as 30, 50 points.
So you're late on, you're 60 days late, your credit's in the tank.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, a gentleman went out the other day, called me up and said, Squeeze, my score was at 750, just dropped by 30 points. He said, what did I do wrong? I wasn't late. Okay, pulled his credit, looked at it, guess what?
Too much credit.
No. He opened a bank account.
And?
By opening a bank account, that's a hard inquiry. Did you know that?
No, I did not know it's a hard inquiry.
You open up a bank account, that's a hard inquiry. You go to apply for Verizon, it's a hard inquiry. So who's the company that's looking out to deal with these hard inquiries, okay, to deal with these negative items consistently for you?
So then you will take some of those things off of the records.
We will dispute the relative ones. All right?
Is that what it is? Dispute is the good word.
Dispute is the word. You got to use all the legal term. Mumbo jumbo.
You're not going to say I'm going to take it off because that's not true.
You're
it's not like you have whiteout.
Yeah, it's not like you're going to go like, let me just delete this.
Yeah, no. It's a dispute.
There's a process
of disputing.
I
like the word dispute.
There's a consumer law
Something
called
we're always doing with each other.
FCRA, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, allow me to dispute certain and relative items on your credit. Anyway, long story short, everybody out there right now, regardless of whether or not you have good, bad credit, whatever, you may think you do, you may think you don't. Maybe you have excellent credit. Call now. USA Credit Repair is giving everybody, every single person that calls right now, a 100% free consultation, all complimentary to the Brad and Squeeze
By
Show.
the way, Squeeze, I just want to interrupt you for 1 second.
Before I give the number?
Yes.
Okay.
Tamika Nelson on Facebook says, my credit's going to hit 700 thanks to USA Credit Repair.
Thank you so much,
Squeeze
Tamika.
is saying ain't no joke.
No. Squeeze is no joke.
No joke.
No. Squeeze is absolutely no joke. So what I'm saying to everybody out there, sooner or later you will be saying, what the hell? Squeeze was telling the truth. Call USA Credit Repair right now. We've got 127 people standing by. The number to call is 1-800-872-7177. 1-800-872-7177. In most jobs these days, they're checking your credit. Renting a home, they're going to check your credit. Refinancing, they're checking your credit. Buying a home, they're checking your credit. To listen to the Brad and Squeeze Show? No, you don't have to get your credit checked. It's free on Facebook. All right?
Unless you don't have an internet connection, then they're going to check your credit to get an internet connection.
When you apply for internet.
Right.
All right? So 1-800-USA-7177. Everyone call now, get a free consultation. They'll advise you accordingly.
1-800. Squeeze is no joke, y'all.
No, Squeeze is no joke.
Squeeze is no joke.
You know how many people said, Squeeze running up his mountain talking all sorts of crap.
Squeeze.
Until that day.
Let me tell you, until that day when your credit goes up, and then they say, you know what? Thanks, Squeeze, for running your mouth because what you're saying is the truth.
Yeah, I got a big mouth.
You know what? There's nothing wrong with running your mouth.
I got a big mouth.
As long as what's coming out of it is good stuff.
It's good stuff.
Right. If it's bad stuff coming out of your mouth,
You don't see the
different
toilet
story.
paper around here.
That's right.
All right?
All right.
So call USA Credit Repair. 1-800-USA-7177. 1-800-872-7177. Let's get back to the show.
Floyd in Queens, New York. Floyd.
Floyd.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, we had a testimony about that.
Good morning, brother, please.
Hey, good morning.
What's up?
Floyd.
Thank you guys for the good job you've been doing to the immigration community, man.
Thank
you
you.
guys are doing a great job.
Thank you.
Yes, Brad.
Yeah.
How long would it take for a father who is a U.S. citizen to file for his daughter in Jamaica who is 40 years old and have 3 children? The kids is age 3, 7, and 11.
Is the daughter married?
No, she's single.
About 7 years, and do it right now, because the only way your daughter's going to come here if Trump changes the law is if you're in before he changes it.
Okay, and if you do it and you get that approval letter, how long could you start to harass the immigration to speed up the case or whatever?
About the immigration at right now, assuming nothing changes, you're waiting about 7 years. I don't know what's going to happen after everything changes over, though. Maybe nothing changes over. It's either it's going to change or it's not. But if it's not going to change, might as well file for her and get the case moving. And if it's going to change, you better file for her, because you're not going to be able to do it in the future.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, when you file for her and you get that approval letter, how long could you start to harass the immigration to
7 years. 7 years.
After 7 years?
Yes.
And if you don't, how long would they probably think you figured about the case? Like they would think you abolished the case?
Nobody thinks you forgot about it. They will write you in about 7 years and say your daughter's ready to come. Start the process.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. Thanks a lot,
You're very
Brad.
welcome, Floyd.
All right. Thanks a lot for tuning in.
All right.
Once again, folks, the number here is 1-800-529-5465. The Brad and Squeeze Show. Don't forget, this coming Thursday, we move to 5:30 on the p.m. And, of course, that's the Brad and Squeeze Show, 5:30 until 7:30. Make sure you check in on time and get your questions in. And, of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's powered by USACreditRepayInc.com. Yes.
Right. Everybody on Facebook saying Squeeze is no joke. You know how loved you are, Squeeze? Squeeze every day doesn't think he's loved.
You know, honestly, if I believe that the people love me, but I don't think you love me.
What?
I just don't think you love me.
I love you like a friend loves a friend. That's about as far as it goes.
What other love would we be talking
Exactly.
about?
Debbie from Queens, New York. I'm just making it clear. Debbie from Queens, New York.
Hi, good morning.
How are you? Good morning, dear. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Do you love the Brad and Squeeze Show?
Yes, I do. I listen to it every day.
Thank you so much for loving me. And you love Brad too, right?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Good. All right, no problem.
Okay, one quick question.
Sure.
Yes.
I got married to a U.S. citizen from Guyana, and I came up here. I got the 2-year temporary conditional green card. It expired last year. I filed the I-751, the removal of the condition.
Right.
I got a year extension, and they asked me to submit all the relevant documents, proof that we're living together.
You're still with your husband? You're still with your husband? Okay.
Like bank statements, pictures, lease, whatever we had. I submitted all of that. Unfortunately, he got a heart attack and he died.
Oh my God!
Earlier this year.
I'm sorry to hear that.
What is my best solution to this?
You have a death certificate, I assume.
Yes.
And the death certificate, it lists you as the wife, surviving wife.
I'm listed as spouse.
As the spouse, perfect. So what you're going to do is you're going to write the Immigration Service with the case number that you've been corresponding with them back and forth, and say, unfortunately, my husband passed away. Here is the death certificate. I'm listed as the surviving spouse on it. Please convert my case from a joint application to a waiver application based on death of my spouse. And as long as you've proven that it was a real marriage when your spouse was alive, you'll get through. Right now they have it as a joint application. It can't be a joint application anymore because unfortunately your husband's not with us. So that's what needs to happen. And if you're not sure, I think at this point, since you're dealing with your life here in America, you should come see me.
Okay, no problem.
All right.
All right. Once again, folks, the number is 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. A few minutes before the hour of 10. Make sure, once again, that you link up with us later on at noon this week. Later, on the 1st, we're going to be moving to 5:30 p.m. So make sure you check it out. Will I still be here? Yes, I will. Will Brad still be here?
At 5:30.
All right. So make sure you check that out.
Shauna in Chicago, Illinois. Shauna.
Yes. Good morning to the Brad and Squeeze Show, my favorite show every morning.
Oh, Shauna from Chicago, favorite show every morning.
Good morning,
Yes.
Shauna. Thank you so much
Look
for
how
tuning in.
excited she is to be on our show.
Very, very.
You're more excited than Squeeze right now.
Yeah, she sure is.
I have a question for you
What?
guys. My question is, my brother is living here from Jamaica, and his girlfriend is planning on getting married to him, but she takes two. She gets the insurance, right, and she gets food stamp. Is that can cause any part damage?
Yes, it's going to cause damage because she's getting government assistance right now. So the government is helping to support her, and they're helping to support her because she can't support herself. So part of the application process is you got to give an affidavit of support to say I can support my spouse. And the government's going to turn her down. They're going to say, you can't even support yourself. How are you going to support your spouse? So what she's going to, so two things, it really, for your brother to get through, two things have to happen. One is the wife has to get off of government assistance, unfortunately, or fortunately for her, however she looks at it. And two, because she probably doesn't have an employment history or a good employment history, she's going to need an affidavit of support from a second person.
Right.
Okay, but yes, okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
And spread the word. We do. Brad does handle cases in Chicago.
I do.
All right, definitely.
I do.
And USA Credit Report does handle cases in Chicago.
We handle
also.
cases all over the United States of America, actually. So it's the same immigration laws throughout the United States, and we'll even fly to you for your interviews. So we do it. We do it everywhere.
Okay, great.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye,
All right, boy,
day.
she is happy.
Yeah, it's
Boy, she is a happy.
She sounds like
lady.
she got a credit score of 780.
She sounds like she's got something up there at 780. I don't know.
Sounds like she got a credit score of 780.
something though. All right. Let's go. Lisa in the Bronx. Lisa.
Hi. Good morning.
How are you?
Good morning, Lisa. How are you?
Good. What's up?
Good.
All is well?
Yes.
So
How are you guys doing?
Wonderful. What's your question for Brad?
All right. Great job.
Thank you.
I have a sister in California, and we've put in a petition for my dad, and we're at the I-864 right now. But what we wanted on page 2, part 3.
Page 2, part 3.
It asks, would you be filing for any other person which is listed on the petition, the I-130? Would it be possible to
add somebody?
Sorry?
You want to add somebody?
Yes.
You can't add anybody to, if you're filing for your parent, you can't add anybody to that application.
Okay, so we would have to do a
You're
separate petition for the person that's over here?
Correct. Who's the person that's over here?
Another sister of ours.
Oh, yeah, but that's going to be an I-130, and that's going to be about 10, 12 years. So I think that sister who is over here probably should just have a consultation first before we decide what to do for her.
All right. So can we set up an appointment up?
Yep.
Absolutely. Once again, folks, Brad and Squeeze Show, 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Got to remind you, it's a full-service law firm. There's personal injury, family law, tax law, and definitely immigration.
By the way, what's up with Stacey Ann Hodge joining the show 2 minutes before we're done? So late, Stacey.
She's been regulating. You know what that means?
No.
She's been checking to make sure they're posting and sharing.
Stacey Ann Hodge, I'm so late.
Stacey Ann Hodge. I got her
so
back,
late.
though. Yeah. Don't worry about it. She can catch the noon edition.
She'll catch the noon edition. Better be on time. Yep. George in the Bronx.
George in the BX. What's up?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Yeah, what's up?
Good morning. Same place Cardi B is from.
Okay, I have a question here. I lost my passport, and I'm trying to get a new one. I send in some documents there, and they approve. I tried to get a waiver, and I clear that. I'm on the waiting list now, but you know these things can take a while.
What is it? Are you in deportation? What kind of waiver are you trying to get?
No. I because of the fee, it was like 500.
Oh, a fee waiver. Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. All right. So the fee waiver. Okay. So what's the problem?
Okay. I'm under like a waiting list now, but I'd like to know it just in order to speed it up to get my passport. If I can do the what do you call it again? The one that costs like 100 and something.
You want to renew? Are you talking about a U.S. passport? What passport are we talking about? Yeah, go.
U.S. passport.
Yeah, go.
File. It's called the file search.
What?
Could I do a file search now in order to speed it up?
To speed it up? Oh, you want to speed up. Even now you've requested the fee waiver because you can't afford it, and now you want to speed up the processing of your passport. Try.
Yes, could that be done?
Yeah. The worst they'll say is pay for the passport also. It's the worst thing that'll happen. Just money.
Oh, so...
Okay.
Okay,
so pay for the expedite. And if they say, wait a second, you asked for a fee waiver and now you're paying for the expedite, they may ask you back for the regular filing fee too. So that's what you got to do if you want to expedite your passport.
Oh, so do I wait on them, or I could still go ahead with the file search?
If you're talking about a passport, I'm not sure if we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
But you're talking about a passport. You pay the filing fee for a passport. You've asked for a fee waiver. You said I'm below the poverty level. Now you want to expedite it. You say, can I pay that $100 and something to expedite it in 2 weeks? I said, yeah, go ahead, go do it. Worst comes to worst is they'll say pay the regular filing fee too. I think that's what we're talking about. But we're running out of time here. We've only got about 45 seconds, so I got to put you on hold. Squeeze.
This concludes the Brad and Squeeze show, the 9 a.m. edition. We're coming back at noon. Don't forget, Thursday, 5:30 p.m. With that said, do remember to call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome. I want to say thanks to USACreditPayerInc.com for proudly sponsoring the Brad and Squeeze show. We'll catch up with you later. The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465.